Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Packed house tonight. All right. We're going to call this meeting to order, which is a bit atypical for this time of the night, but we had no executive session tonight, so we are actually starting from the very beginning. So at this time, we will call to order the regular meeting of the Suffern Central School District Board of Education for Tuesday, January 18th, 2022. Let the record reflect all board members are currently present. Please rise for the pledge and please remain standing after the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, if everybody could please just remain standing for a moment of silence for Bob Veltiti, who passed away a few weeks ago. Thank you. I'm going to turn the mic over to Mr. Donnelly just to say a few words about Mr. Veltiti.
Coach Veltiti was here for the better part of 30 years, and Coach actually was a student teacher in my sophomore year, and he started with the football team. And I got to tell you, I got to know Coach very well. He worked with me not only in football but in wrestling, and I went a lot further, I think, in wrestling than I ever should have, and I attribute that to Coach Veltiti and the staff that we had, Billy White and Coach Wilson. But I know I lost a dear friend here, and Coach was really a Mountie. Although he went to Nanuet High School, I think he bled blue and white. I just want to know that he's going to be missed. And I'd like to thank his family, Judy and Sally and the son, Doug, thank you, for sharing Coach with us, that he was wrestling around with me on the mat instead of being home on Christmas with his family and everything. Coach is going to be sorely missed, but I want to thank him for all his dedication to this district. We are better off for having him. Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy. That was perfect. That was great. And just on behalf of the board and the district, our sincere condolences to the Veltiti family. And for those of you who have been to board meetings pre-COVID, you'll know that Judy Veltiti was a fixture here in the front row, every single meeting, knitting. So if you have been here prior to COVID, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's something I miss sitting up here, seeing her there. And I'm sure it's obviously due to the pandemic, but I do miss seeing her here in the front row. And again, our condolences to the Veltiti family. Do we have a student for the student report tonight? Oh, there we are.
Hello, my name is Michael Assad. I'm the student liaison. Last Thursday was the second winter concert with live performances from our students. The first grade classes have been visiting the planetarium and learning about the Suffern nighttime sky. The January Regents exams have been canceled. The quarter ends next Friday, the 28th. Winter sports are being live streamed at this time. And earlier this month, Suffern Robotics participated in their first competition of the season. During this remote qualifier, we earned first place for the Design Award and second place for the Inspire Award. According to First, the team that wins Inspire Award is an inspiration to other teams, acting with gracious professionalism both on and off the playing field. The team shares their experiences, enthusiasm, and knowledge with other team sponsors. their community, and the judges. Based on our performance, we advanced to the regional championship in Utica this March. As in sports, the boys track and girls track are both league champions, and the ice hockey team is undefeated and currently ranked #1 in the state. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. 1.08 minutes of the regular meeting of December 21st, 2021. Do I have a motion? Is that Mr. Donnelly? Frazier. Second. Mr. Donnelly. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against? Any abstentions? Superintendent comments.
Good evening, everyone. Always nice to see a full house here, and I see that we have representatives from the Suffern Education Association representing, I think, the middle school, and then so many others who are here for a variety of different reasons. I have a feeling probably having to do something with the Reach Foundation that we're going to hear more about in just a few minutes. So it's always nice to see all of you. I just want to essentially make some very brief comments about the sense of gratitude that our administrative team has for our educators and all of those who work in the Suffern Central School District, especially since the beginning of this new calendar year. But even before that, of course, I can't tell you how impressed and proud I am of the professionalism that is displayed here each and every day. At a peak of COVID, unlike what we've ever seen before, with staff members and students alike having to be out, whether it's because they have COVID or they have to quarantine, seeing people, colleagues, and fellow educators step up and take over and substitute and fill in for roles that they're typically not used to, just because it's the right thing to do, and the school and the students are in need of people doing that, has blown me away. And we've been able, therefore, to stay open each and every day this school year, except for some snow days. But we've been able to stay open despite this incredible peak. So my comments are essentially a thank you. Thank you to our staff. Thank you to our nurses, teachers, administrators, all the people that work here, our custodians, and also our substitutes. There should be a great deal of thanks that go out to our substitutes every day, those people that don't necessarily have to come every day, but choose to do that to help our district continue to move forward. So I look forward, hopefully, to seeing this peak gradually go down, and once again, seeing a little bit more of a sense of normalcy around the Suffern Central School District. But despite that, as displayed in our student report, we keep moving forward. Concerts, games, activities in classrooms, we're operating as close to normal as we possibly can. So with that, perhaps to share some really great things that are happening in the middle school, I'm going to turn over the microphone to anybody from Suffern Middle School who's here to report it out on behalf of the SEA.
Good evening. My name is Daniela Sepulveda, and together with Stacy Lum, we are co-advisors of the National Junior Honor Society at Suffern Middle School. The National Junior Honor Society elevates a school's commitment to the values of scholarship, service, leadership, character, and citizenship. Suffern Middle School began its own chapter last year in the midst of the pandemic and currently has 84 members. 7th and 8th grade students must have a firm 92 cumulative average to be eligible for nomination, and will then go through an application process that includes teacher and coach advisor recommendations, as well as the submission of a personal essay. As members of the NJHS, they are expected to uphold the 5 pillars of the Honor Society and set an example for all of the students at Suffern Middle School. Being a member of the National Junior Honor Society prepares them to be responsible students and citizens by teaching them the accountability for their academics and encouraging them, encouraging them to participate in service projects that benefit their school and community. Students are expected to complete service hours by volunteering their time in a multitude of ways, While volunteering time at their age is sometimes difficult, especially during the pandemic, we try to help match up students with different service opportunities for them so that they're kind of young, so it's kind of hard. a lot of places turn them down, but we try to find ways for them to dedicate their time and volunteer. Being a member of the National Junior Honor Society is a prestigious accomplishment that students and their families can be proud of. Thank you very much for funding this program and supporting our students as they strive for personal excellence.
Thank you. Are there other middle school speakers?
Hello, my name is Donna Lapetito, and I'm the art teacher at Suffern Middle School. I would like to ask two students who are here tonight to stand up and show your work. Justin Once, Erin C., It is with great pride and pleasure that I present to you the artwork of students in our school district that has been selected to be part of the 32nd annual NYSADA Legislative Student Art Exhibition. The New York State Art Teachers Association, in partnership with the New York State Union of Teachers and in collaboration with our New York State legislatures, organize this exhibit annually. The goals of the exhibit are to showcase our art programs to our legislators and to give our young artists an opportunity to receive statewide recognition. I am so proud of our students. The legislative exhibit is the flagship event for Youth Art Month, and I'll talk about that later. For the safety of all during the COVID pandemic, the legislative student art exhibit will remain 100% virtual through the 2022 school year. The NYSADA Board of Trustees invites you to view the virtual display of the nysada.org website debuting in March. Although these students will not have the opportunity to go to Albany to see their legislator and assemblymen and women, I wanted to give them the opportunity to see the reaction of their community and how well and appreciated their work deserves. I mentioned Youth Art Month, and Youth Art Month is an annual observance of It's observed each March to emphasize the value of art and education for all children and encourage support for quality school art programs. It started in 1961 by the Art and Craft Materials Institute in cooperation with the NAEA, National Art Educators Association. The program is administered by the Council for Art of Education. 2022 New York State Youth Art Month starts off with a flag design competition. And designs were submitted from all over the state, ranging from students in grades from kindergarten to 12th grade. There were over 200 submissions and over 500 student designs for this 2022 contest. I am proud to say that we had 2 honorable mentions from our school district. From the high school, we had Alexandra Black, and the teacher is Miss Tracy Burgess. And from the middle school, we had Kennedy Leone. Please come up. And I am proud to say I am her teacher. She had to fulfill the requirements of saying art connects us all, which you may hear a little bit about from the REACH program also. So, And one last applause. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that presentation and congratulations to our students. Just wonderful work, fantastic. Are there any other middle school updates, speakers? Middle school, no? Okay, I'll turn it back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Ms. Dickman. Ms. Dickman, who is a member, obviously, of our Board of Education, is also heavily involved on the Grants Committee of the REACH Foundation. And in my first few months here in Suffern Central, I have come to learn that the REACH Foundation has tremendous benefit to the students and teachers and staff of Suffern Central School District. So I'd like to welcome the representatives of the REACH Foundation for being here. Thank you for all the time and effort that you put into making our district a fantastic place to be. Ms. Dickman?
Thank you, Dr. Gunderson. My name is Marlo Dickman, and thank you to the Board of Education as well. I'm here to present tonight on behalf of the REACH Foundation. During the 2020-2021 school year, the REACH Foundation decided to take a different approach to its grant program for the Suffern Central School District due to the changes and the challenges of education that year. We looked for ways to REACH to fund a project that was collaborative, practical, given the classroom restrictions, and able to involve as many students as possible. After speaking with Lisa Weber, Eric, why are you running my slideshow right now? I haven't given you the cue. Okay, thank you. After speaking with Lisa Weber and with the input of our teachers, Donna Lapetito, Tracy Burgess, Cynthia Reisenauer, and Gary Blake, we asked students in grades 3 through 8 to each make a drawing that would be converted into a tile. The tiles would be mounted in a mosaic so that each student in the school could view their artwork and the artwork of their classmates. The theme of the project was, what do you want to do when the pandemic is over? The project kicked off in March of 2021 to commemorate Youth Art Month. Tracy Burgess and the students of Suffern High School National Art Honor Society prepared instructional videos so that each student participating in the project could follow along regardless of where they were learning. With a great deal of effort and coordination by all of the art teachers who worked with us on this project, 699 drawings were returned by the end of the 2021 school year, which were made into 4.5-inch square tiles. The decision of where to mount the tiles ultimately settled on Suffern Middle School in the cafeteria. This is a fitting location since almost all of the students who participated in the project would at some point attend Suffern Middle School, where they would see the outcome of their work. Suffern Middle School teacher Donna Lapetito was instrumental in supervising the mounting, the installation, and the display of the tiles. We have prepared a short slideshow displaying the tiles now that they are in their permanent home. Yep. All right. This was a tremendous effort on the part of the teachers and the principals and the parents who had to pick up and return materials, and the students of the National Art Honor Society who worked very hard on preparing videos that they could use for elementary school age students to convey what the project required. And it was truly a group effort. This project showcases the creativity, the humor, the dreams, and the emotions of the students through art, and it surpassed all of our expectations. We have enormous gratitude for Donna Lapetito and for Tracy Burgess, whose assistance was crucial in turning this idea for a project into a reality, as well as bringing it to its conclusion. And I think we have something to present to them since they're here tonight. So this year, we decided to continue with our traditional grant program, and Gloria Krantz is here to speak on behalf of that.
Good evening. My name is Gloria Krantz, and I am here tonight on behalf of the Reach Foundation of Rockland. As you just heard from Marlo Dickman, last year we focused our efforts on the Reach Out with Art tile project. This year, we are happy to announce the return of the Reach Foundation's grant program. We would like to thank the Board of Education for allowing us to present the individual educators who were awarded with grants from the Reach Foundation for the 2021-2022 school year, so they can be recognized for their commitment to bringing creative and innovative educational approaches to their students. We would also like to thank the Suffern Central School District, and in particular, Lisa Weber and Alexis Fibble, who have been an invaluable resource to us throughout this process. This year, 10 grant applicants received funding for their proposals for a total of $7,691 awarded in funds. The following teachers received grants: Beth Boning from Suffern Middle School, Empathy Toy and Failure Toy; Jennifer Butler, Viola Elementary School, Building Fact Fluency; Jennifer Cankro from Montebello Elementary School, Today We Read, Tomorrow We Lead; David Stelly, Viola Elementary School, Viola Bird Club; Sandra DeSimone, Montebello Elementary School, Joram Speech Sound Cards; Donna Lapetito, Suffern Middle School, Image Transfer Process with Gel Plates; Maritza Mendoza, Montebello Elementary School, Our Voice, Our Power; Amy O'Riordan, Viola Elementary School, Content Area Themed Resources; Ed Provenzana, Suffern High School, Stock Market Boiler Room; Gail Yodowitz, Suffern Middle School, Stitching, Steam, and a Serger. Would all the teachers that have been named please stand so that we may recognize you if you're here? Sure. We can come and take a picture, I guess. There we go.
The first one? Oh, that's coming. You guys.
So I'd like to thank the Reach Foundation as well as congratulate the teachers who are the recipients of these grants. We look forward to seeing some great things happening in the classrooms as a result of the grants that are being awarded this evening. So thank you so much. Thus concludes the superintendent's report for Tuesday, January 18th, 2022.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Dickman, thank you for the wonderful presentation, beautiful installations at the middle school, and congratulations to all the teachers and educators on your grants. It's wonderful to see the involvement and how much the Reach Foundation does for our schools. So thank you again. And as I've said to you before, we're just going to let you speak on behalf of the board for everything. So, all right. Okay, and you're done.
I'm done.
You're good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You want me to keep going?
Well, I mean, listen, we got time, but
We do have a vaccination clinic coming up on
There you
Friday,
go.
and I'm happy to say that Dr. Castaldo has done an incredible job of organizing these vaccination clinics. We're up to number what? Up to clinic number 5, and at the last clinic, we're able to distribute the at-home rapid antigen tests. And that's happening again on Friday. So that's a really nice additional service that we're able to provide all of our families. You have another plug? Go ahead.
We haven't opened up the registration yet, but once it's open, if you can fill it out. The one for this Friday is actually filled already. The next one will be February 4th for boosting.
So for you, those of you at home, I see Eric holding up the microphone. February 4th is the next available opportunity for people to sign up for vaccinations, and that information will be forthcoming. So thank you very much, Ms. Castaldo. And that concludes my report.
okay. See, I knew you weren't done, and I knew there was one more piece. All right, 1.10 public participation. This is public participation on action items only. If there's any public participant who wishes to make a comment on action items, please step to the podium. Okay, seeing as there are none, we will close that portion of the meeting and move directly to action items. Tonight, we have action items 2.01 through 2.22. 22? Yeah, there is a 2.2. It's just not on the printout, but
There is online.
yes, online there is that's okay. So online there is a 2.22. All right. At this time, I'll call for a consent agenda. Is there any action item that anybody wishes to pull at this time? No? Okay.
Excuse me, Matt.
Yep. Yes.
I'd like to pull 2.22. I didn't see that. It's the appeal. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. You're
Very simple. I'm good.
everybody's good?
I'm good.
Okay, all right. Okay, so then, consent agenda, this is for action items 2.01 through 2.22. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Mr. Donnelly? Second?
Second.
Ms. Dickman? Quick tonight. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against? Any abstentions? Thank you very much. Motions pass. 3.01, this is the Rockland County School Board Legislative Meeting Update. I will turn to Vice President Paul Shapiro, who will provide an update.
Thank you, Mr. Kern. I was going to read this entire policy manual for the next 6 hours, but instead,
You could let Marlo read it.
Marlo, would you like to read the? On Monday evening, January 10th, Dr. Gunderson and I attended the Rockland County School Boards Association Legislative Webinar. State Senator Reichland Melnick, State Assemblyman Zabrowski, State Assemblyman Burbanek, State Assemblyman Schmidt, presented to the attendees along with representatives from State Senator Skoufis's office and State Assemblyman Lawler's office. All of the presenters focused on the 80% increase in the 22-23 for the school year 22-23 for our foundation aid. Now, what that means is that it's going to be increased to 80% of what it was in approximately 2010. It's not like we're getting an 80% increase. The state doesn't have that much money. But this is something that our governor has strongly supported during her very short time in office. The prediction is that foundation aid will return to the level that it was right around the 2010 year, and that's been pretty much supported by all of these legislators and also by the governor. And it's also hoped to remain there, and a decrease in other budget lines was not anticipated at this time. Other topics during the webinar included the current problems in transportation services, increased funding for teacher centers, and solidifying P-TECH opportunities for students. The regional cost index needs to be updated with current figures as it appears to be close to 20 years out of date, which negatively affects all of Rockland County, especially Suffern. Assembly Bill A6743 directs the Commissioner of Education and the Commissioner of Labor to study the appropriateness of county placement in the regional cost index used for the school aid formula. If we can get current numbers, this will definitely increase the amount of aid that Suffern Central will be receiving, as well as other school districts in Rockland County. In addition, Senate Bill 241 would exempt the costs associated with expenditures resulting from the purchase of BOCE services and programs from the real property tax levy limit. Bill A3777, I hope you're all taking notes, excludes tax levies necessary for expenditures increasing school safety or security from the school district tax levy limit. Bill A8378 calls for vaccines for all children in order to attend schools, but this was not supported by any of the legislators who represent Rockland County, and it's probably not going to be supported by pretty much any of the legislators in New York State, but the one person who did create the bill. Mental health services is a priority for our state level legislators, and a bill has already passed in the Assembly with a strong hope that it will go to the Senate this session. The participation of these legislators was greatly appreciated by all of the Rockland board members. The Rockland County School Boards Association meeting it meets monthly, and we do discuss a lot of items, and whenever something comes up which directly affects us, I will let everyone know. And that's the report for tonight.
Thank you. There's actually a lot to unpack there, and there's a lot that has real impact on our district. I mean, one of the things that you mentioned that has been a topic for discussion for a long time is the regional cost index.
Yeah,
and that's something that has been discussed with Rockland County, the Rockland County Board of Ed, and it's something that is long overdue. So hopefully, that may be something that the advocacy committee may want to take a look at. Is really pushing for a reevaluation of that regional cost index.
Yeah, let's just get all of the numbers updated, because that seems to be the issue.
Yeah, because Rockland does get lumped in to an area that we really shouldn't be part of. It really hurts our tax, our taxpayers. Any comments or any questions about any of this information? All right, great. Well, again, thank you. There's a lot of good. It sounds like there's a lot of positive things that could be happening. So great. Okay. 6.01 board member comments. Any board member comments at this time? Mr. Shapiro?
Yes, I'd just like to congratulate all of the staff members for their Reach Foundation grants. It's great. This district goes above and beyond, not just daily, but weekly, monthly, yearly. Really, congratulations to all of you for the job well done. We're all very fortunate to have the staff that we do. And we're so lucky to be living here. In spite of everything that's going on around us, we keep on persevering, and we are just really outstanding. So thank you to all of the staff members. And if you didn't get a grant, and if you didn't know that much about it, now's the time to really start looking into it, and maybe next year. Then again, I've been saying that with the Mets for a long time. So.
All right, thank you. Anybody else? Okay. All right. 7.01, public participation. This is public participation on any district-related matter. Anybody feel free to step to the podium. It'll be 3 minutes to speak. Oh, all right. I don't see anybody getting up, so we will close that portion, and we will move to superintendent closing comments.
I have nothing further to add.
Okay. All right. Great. So that will close our meeting for tonight. Before we adjourn, I'll just say that our next meeting is in 2 weeks, Tuesday, February 1st. And, as always, people are always free to reach out to the board, reach out to administration with any comments, questions, or concerns about, any activities that are happening in the district. And, again, thank you for coming out. Thank you for the support and for everybody coming out on this cold and icy night. And do I have a motion to adjourn?
Move.
Mr. Shapiro. Second? Mr. Frazier, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. This meeting is adjourned. We'll see you on the 1st.